Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune. I'm not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
Boy,
Regret.
Hey, boy.
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then.
Hollywood seems to be fully embracing the woke culture these days, but not everyone is on board. While many in the industry are cautious about avoiding controversy and maintaining their public image, some actors aren't afraid to speak their minds and challenge the status quo. Here are 4 instances when well-known Hollywood actors boldly shut down woke reporters, leaving everyone in shock. Let's begin with Quentin Tarantino, who didn't pull back when an interviewer posed disrespectful and utterly irrelevant questions.
Is that why you think people like watching violent movies? People who are not violent people, or twisted people in any way, but why it's okay to go into a movie and enjoy the violence?
Yeah, well, it's a movie. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's not real life. It's a fantasy. You go and you watch a kung fu movie, and one guy takes on 100 people in a restaurant. That's fun.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave, and you're not my.
During a tense interview with Krishnan Gurumurthy, Quentin Tarantino was confronted with questions about the link between movie violence and real-life violence, particularly concerning his film Django Unchained.
You just get a kick out of it, or you just enjoy it?
Well, I think it's good cinema. I consider it good cinema. You sit there in a movie theater when these cathartic violent scenes happen. I'm talking about the cathartic violent scenes. I'm not talking about there's 2 types of violence in this movie. There's the brutality of the violence in the day put upon the slaves
the rape
during the time. I don't think there's any rape going on in the movie. All right, but there's brutality to the slaves. That hasn't been dealt with in America to the extent that I deal with it. And I'm showing you that there was 2 Holocausts in America. This is one of them. We've dealt with the Indian Holocaust, the Holocaust of the American Indian in America. But we haven't been dealing with the Holocaustic aspects, the Auschwitzian aspects of the slave trade in America. My movie deals.
The interview initially flowed smoothly until the reporter began asking irrelevant questions, which eventually frustrated Quentin Tarantino.
Make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
Okay. Well, no, I was just asking you why. That's fine. But you see, Jamie Foxx has said we can't turn our back and say that violence in films.
Well, then you should talk to Jamie Foxx.
Then
you should talk to Jamie Foxx about that. And I think he's actually here, so you can.
I'd love to, but I mean, it's interesting that you have a different view, and I'm just trying to explore.
Tarantino eventually revealed the true purpose of the interview, making a smart move by exposing how the interviewer was straying off topic. His honesty highlighted the interviewer's attempts to sidestep the main discussion, emphasizing how the conversation had shifted away from meaningful topics.
I don't want to, because I'm here to sell my movie. This is a commercial for the movie, make no mistake.
Well, you interviews.
Yeah.
So you don't want to talk about anything serious?
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence. I haven't wanted, because the reason I don't want to talk about it is I've said everything I have to say about it. If anyone cares what I have to say about it, they can Google me, and they can look for 20 years what I have to say about it. I haven't changed my opinion one eye.
The interview clearly veered off course when the interviewer began asking off-topic questions, likely attempting to provoke Quentin Tarantino into making a controversial statement that could lead to a scandal. It seemed as if he was trying to extract an opinion he could twist for sensationalism. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time this interviewer has made a guest angry with disrespectful questions. In a previous interview with Robert Downey Jr., he was so rude that Downey had to walk out.
No, but you haven't fleshed it out.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
And that's entirely your
This is a commercial from my movie.
No, I know, but it's my job to try and explore some serious themes as well. I'm sure.
I invite you to explore some serious things, but not things that I have already been on the record for.
To turn up the heat even further, let's revisit the moment when Morgan Freeman turned the tables on a reporter who tried to provoke him into discussing woke topics related to Black History Month. Known for his candidness on social issues, Freeman didn't hold back during his 60 Minutes interview with Matt Wallace. In just under 30 seconds, he swiftly dismantled the concept of Black History Month, mocking it for what he believed it truly represents.
You've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions. That's all.
Right. Bye.
I'm sorry.
He also offered a simple yet powerful solution to racism that left Wallace completely speechless. This wasn't the only interview where Morgan Freeman addressed woke beliefs head-on. Now, let's shift gears and discuss how Kanye West handled his interview with Piers Morgan in a uniquely hilarious manner.
Black History Month you find ridiculous.
Why? You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
The interview was intense, with Kanye West and Piers Morgan going head-to-head, each determined to share their opinions and assert their points. It was a fiery exchange, with both parties pushing hard to come out on top.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
The interview quickly turned into a heated battle, with both Kanye West and Piers Morgan trying to dominate the conversation and prove their points. Kanye also opened up about the challenges of speaking his truth, revealing how sharing his honest thoughts often leads to backlash. He explained that whenever he voices his opinions, cancel culture tends to step in to silence him.
Race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't
Today?
or cannot. Yeah.
No,
You don't.
no, I don't. You and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that. It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting.
Let's talk about Kurt Russell and his strong opinions on gun control during an intense interview. Kurt Russell doesn't quite get the whole idea of gun control. As an older man who has lived with guns for many years, he views the debate as mere nonsense. He's very vocal about it, expressing that anyone who supports strict gun control is simply out of their mind.
I heard what
Whoa, brother, why are you talking over me?
Let me respond.
Yay, Chris.
I'm Chris. Let's respond. Let me respond, right?
Kurt shared his thoughts on gun control during an appearance on The View, which followed shortly after he made headlines for shutting down another woke interviewer. Sensing potential drama, the host tried to bring up the gun control debate again. However, knowing how Russell typically handles these situations,
Do you now regret saying
I update
DEFCON
every
3
day.
on Jewish
update.
people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not.
You should be.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, but you should be.
Absolutely not.
When you insult the Jewish people and say you're going DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people, that is as racist as anything you say you've been through and any pain that you've experienced. It's the same thing. Racism is racism. And you know that, I think, don't you?
Yeah, obviously, that's why I said it.
So you said it knowing it's racist?
Yes, I fought fire with fire.
Okay.
I'm not here to get hosed down.
At least that's
It's a
honest.
different type of freedom.
they toned it down a bit. Kurt isn't the only one who's addressed gun control on The View. In the end, these famous actors showed they're not afraid to call out woke Hollywood reporters. Whether with sharp comebacks or simply refusing to play along, they've made it clear that speaking up against the mainstream is sometimes the best move.
That were locked up. Do you have friends? Do you have people aborting half your race? No. So I am the black person with the black experience that's worth $11 billion and is the most influential person on the planet. And I am questioning it.
Okay.
And I have a right to question
You
it.
absolutely-
You can't tell me with your accent that me as an American Jew black person that I cannot question that death and question the means behind it. That was put on camera
I'm not saying you
to
can't
traumatize. I'm not finished. La, 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 la means let me finish.
It's a solid reminder that even in Hollywood, being real still matters. So, who do you think handled their interview the right way? And who do you think messed it up? If you enjoy watching famous people take down woke culture, click on the screen to check out another interesting video just like this one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that juicy like and subscribe button.
That right there, being uncensored. In American media, it's very censored. It feels like an episode of Black Mirror a lot of times. So I've put myself across the line, the point of no return, saying, hey, I know they're gonna say whatever they want about me. When I bring up the truth, they're gonna say, you didn't get enough sleep. It's because of your health. They're gonna call me names for my truth, but these experiences that I'm telling you about are factually things that I've went through and things that I refuse to keep